Hospitals at night lose their humanity. Under fluorescent lights, everything turns pale. Skin, emotions, hope. Machines replace voices, and pain is measured in beeps instead of tears. Emily Carter worked the night shift for 6 years, long enough to learn how to detach. Detachment was survival. If she felt every loss, she wouldn't last a week. But that night refused to let her stay numb. In the far corner of the charity ward lay Margaret Lewis, a frail, elderly woman admitted without family, without insurance, without identity beyond a thin paper file. Her breathing was shallow, her skin translucent, her eyes restless, like someone waiting for something important before letting go. Emily adjusted the IV and gently tucked the blanket around her. "Try to rest," Emily said softly. Margaret's hand suddenly wrapped around Emily's wrist. The grip was weak, but urgent. Emily leaned closer. "I'm here." Margaret's lips trembled. Her voice barely existed. "My last wish. Please give my son justice." The heart monitor screamed its final sound, a straight line. Silence. Emily stood frozen as the medical team rushed in, though she already knew it was over. Margaret Lewis was gone, but her words stayed behind, cutting deeper than any scream ever could. Later that night, Emily reviewed the file. Cause of admission? Respiratory failure. Family? None listed. Son? Deceased. Cause of son's death? Road accident. Accident. Emily stared at the word until it felt hollow. People didn't ask for justice over accidents. They asked for justice over crimes. That night, Emily went home and cried. For a woman she had known for less than an hour, and for a promise she had never agreed to make, yet somehow already had. On her day off, Emily followed the only address in Margaret's file. It led her to the outskirts of the city. Rusted fences, broken sidewalks, homes stacked on survival rather than stability. A neighbor pointed her toward a small apartment with a cracked door and peeling paint. Inside, the air smelled of dust and loneliness. On the wall hung a single photograph. A young man in his early 20s, dark hair, honest eyes, a hopeful smile that didn't belong in a place like this. His name was Daniel Lewis. Good kid, worked delivery jobs, took care of his mother. "How did he die?" Emily asked. The neighbor sighed. "They said a hit and run, expensive car. Police came, statements changed, case closed." Closed. Emily felt something inside her lock into place. She requested the police report through a hospital contact. The report was flawless, too flawless. No CCTV footage due to technical malfunction, the driver unidentified, witnesses unreliable, every mistake perfectly convenient. Emily was a nurse, not a cop, not a lawyer. She had no authority, no training, but she had patience, and she had something more dangerous than anger. She had memory. She started small. Phone records revealed Daniel had called his best friend repeatedly on the night he died. He was scared, the friend told her. He said someone was following him, said he had recorded something big. Months turned into years. Emily lived 2 lives. By day, she was the dependable nurse, steady hands, steady voice. By night, she became a shadow researcher. She studied traffic systems, toll logs, vehicle databases. She learned how cities hid their crimes behind paperwork. Her relationships suffered. Friends drifted away. "You're obsessed," they told her. But Emily knew the truth. Obsession was love without permission. One winter night, she found it. A toll booth record from the night Daniel died. A black luxury SUV passed minutes before the reported accident. Partial license plate matched a vehicle registered to Richard Hale, a powerful industrialist with factories along the river. Repair logs showed his front bumper replaced the next morning. Emily's hands trembled. Still, suspicion was not justice. She needed something undeniable. Emily understood something most people didn't. Revenge didn't require violence. It required endurance. She spent another 2 years building the truth, piece by piece. Traffic camera shadows, timestamp reflections from nearby storefront glass, financial records connecting hush payments to witnesses who had changed their statements. Only when the puzzle was complete did she approach Michael Reed, an investigative journalist known for dismantling untouchable men. Michael reviewed the evidence in silence. "This will destroy powerful people," he finally said. Emily nodded. "It should." The first article was cautious. The second was direct. The third was explosive. Richard Hale denied everything, held press conferences, threatened lawsuits, used influence to pressure Emily's hospital administration. Emily was warned, then suspended. She didn't care, because something unexpected happened. A man came forward. The driver. His name was Thomas Grant. "I've lived with it every day," he confessed. "Daniel wasn't an accident. Mr. Hale saw him filming the factory dumping waste into the river. He told me to keep driving." The case reopened. Court proceedings exposed what Emily had suspected all along. Daniel Lewis hadn't just been a victim, he had been a whistleblower. His phone, retrieved from cloud storage, contained a video. Clear footage of Richard Hale's factory illegally dumping toxic waste, evidence worth millions to silence. Daniel had been killed to bury a crime. The courtroom shifted. The untouchable fell. The verdict echoed through the hall. Guilty of murder. Emily sat silently as justice finally spoke. She didn't smile. Victory felt heavy. After the trial, Emily returned to the empty apartment. She stood before Daniel's photograph. "Your mother didn't die unheard," she whispered. Emily resigned from the hospital months later. She founded a small nonprofit, the Last Wish Initiative, dedicated to documenting and pursuing the last testimonies of the forgotten. Because she had learned something irreversible. Some people die with truth in their lungs, and if no one listens, justice dies with them. Revenge seeks destruction, but justice seeks remembrance, and sometimes the bravest act is not to forget what the world wanted buried.